Saint Anthony the Abbot, a desert father who heard the gospel and gave everything. Father of Christian monasticism, birth and early life. Saint Anthony the Abbot, also known as Saint Anthony of Egypt or Saint Anthony the Great, was born around 51 AD in Lower Egypt. He was born into a wealthy Christian family who raised him in the faith. Anthony received little formal education, but he was deeply attentive to the scriptures proclaimed in church. Called from God, when Anthony was about 20 years old, both of his parents died, leaving him responsible for his younger sister and a large inheritance. One day, while attending Mass, he heard the gospel passage, "If you wish to be perfect, go, sell what you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come, follow me." Matthew 19:21. Anthony received these words as spoken directly to him by Christ. He immediately gave away most of his possessions to the poor, entrusted his sister to a community of consecrated virgins, and withdrew from the world to live a life of prayer, penance, and solitude. Life as a hermit and spiritual warrior. Anthony first lived near his village, learning ascetic discipline from other holy men, and later withdrew deeper into the desert. There, he lived in solitude for many years, sustaining himself by manual labor, prayer, fasting, and meditation on Scripture. His life was marked by intense spiritual battles, often described as temptations and demonic assaults, through which he learned profound trust in God. Anthony's holiness and wisdom became widely known. Though he sought solitude, many disciples came to him for guidance. Against his own preference, Anthony became a spiritual father to countless monks. His way of life inspired the formation of organized monastic communities throughout Egypt and eventually throughout the Christian world. Accomplishments and influence. Considered the father of Christian monasticism, modeled a life of radical gospel poverty, prayer, and discipline, attracted and guided many disciples. Shaping early monastic spirituality, offered counsel to bishops, monks, and even emperors, courageously defended the true faith during the Arian controversy, supporting Saint Athanasius and the divinity of Christ. His life was written by Saint Athanasius, and this biography became one of the most influential Christian texts of antiquity. Inspiring conversions across the Roman Empire, despite his fame, Anthony remained humble, avoiding praise and always pointing others to Christ. Death. Saint Anthony died peacefully in 356 AD at the remarkable age of 105, on Mount Colzim near the Red Sea. He asked that his burial place remain hidden, a final act of humility. His feast day is celebrated on January 17th, canonization. Saint Anthony lived long before the formal canonization process existed. He was recognized as a saint by popular acclaim and by the constant tradition of the Church from the earliest centuries. His sanctity was never in doubt, and devotion to him spread rapidly throughout East and West. Lessons from the life of Saint Anthony. True freedom comes from detachment and trust in God. Silence, prayer, and discipline open the heart to divine wisdom. Spiritual struggles are not signs of failure but paths to deeper faith. Holiness is possible in every state of life when the gospel is taken seriously. A hidden life with God can bear fruit for the whole church. Question for meditation: what is Christ inviting me to let go of today so that I may follow him more freely and wholeheartedly?